Which one?
Oh, that was a stencil.
Hello, everyone. Radio. Let's note that Amelia is thrifty.
In fine form.
Oh, yeah. Alright, but I just send this link. We're running a few minutes late. Sorry for being just a few minutes late. We were coming home. We were trying to get that 8th stencil to finally work, and we got it finally, so we can show it to you tonight. But yeah, it just took a bit of extra effort. Well, hello, Dee, and hello, guys. And hello, anyone over on the tube. Right. So let's get started. So we're going to make a mixed media tag, and I've challenged myself to use the black one. I've got this lovely piece of leaf rice paper, a fussy cut essential, which I don't know why. I don't actually know if we're going to use that. Hello, honey, Robin. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Tam. But we'll see. And we've got a pelican, because I find this pelican quite cute. And a piece of Tropical Ambience Paper 1. Why not, as they say. So we've got that. I think rather a simple tropical tag. We normally do something wild with tags, and sometimes just need a simple one. Right, there his eye is, and then I wondered why nothing was on the screens, because it's not on. And we've had a pen avalanche in Amelia's desk. Oh, I know, I love the pelican too. Hello, Mary. Hello, Chloe. Right, so let's get started, shall we? Alright, I think what we're going to do first is we're going to get our rice paper stuck onto our tag, and then we'll go ahead and we will do what's it called? We'll go ahead and fill in our pelican then, because this is going to be a bit wet, because we want this to be nearly 100% opaque, but we do want to see the black in some areas. So what we're going to come and do is we're going to grab our paintbrush, move our paintbrush tub over to that way, and our water tub. So we're going to do something very similar to what we did yesterday. Oh, hello, Lynn. What do you reckon? You reckon we need to go this way, or we can go up and down with the leaves? Where's the bulk in that leaves? Maybe there. Just seems quite wasteful. What if we try and went sideways with the leaves? Actually, you know, I don't absolutely hate it. Let's try doing something sideways. Yeah, I reckon just for something different, because normally we go up and down. But let's try for a cross, shall we? So just coming in, and with the wet tip of our paintbrush, we're just going to come in and go around the edge. And then pull away. Right. So now we've got the tag shape. Ooh. Step 1. Next step. Now I do want to see a little bit that this is a black tag, because I have chosen to challenge myself to use a black tag. So I do think we need to see that it is one. So we're just going to come in and create a few wholey pieces, you know? Just a few, not many. I don't want to have, like, barely any of this rice paper on there. Oh, hello, Karen. I mean, Karen. There's your name wrong. I'm so sorry. And then I reckon one more here. So just come in. When you're doing the smaller ones, use your end, it's not your paintbrush. Okay, there we go. So we've got our holes. There's a hole in there. And then we just need to make the actual hole of the tag. There we go. There we are. So we've got that bit. And then if we just come in here, we do that. Okay, I think that will look really nice once we get the stuff down. We're doing this bit first because we're going to stick it down with white paint, which means, or modeling paste, which means it's going to get a little bit, it's going to actually get very wet. So we need to give it some time to dry. So while we give it some time to dry, we'll fill in our pelican and maybe do a few fussy cuts. Maybe. No guarantee there. Well, hello, Sandy. So let's get our... Trying to decide whether white paint or modeling paste. Well, if we use modeling paste, we can get a bit more. Actually, let's go with some white paint. Oh. That's interesting. Oh, it doesn't have white paint on the desk. 1 minute. So, oh, hello, Dad. Well, didn't have white paint on her desk. Bit odd. Anyway. Neely's probably borrowing it. So let's flip over our rice paper and get some white paint on our rice paper. And we're using the white paint because we want it to be 100% opaque. We don't want it to be translucent, as the tag will become very dark. So we're just palette knifing it on. Now we are going to push it down, so don't worry, it will have white paint everywhere underneath it. Just need to make sure we have enough because the rice paper, remember, is very absorbent. Okay, there we go. Now we've got that one there. Delete that. Where it lands is where it lands. Go. So we're just coming in. And as you can see, that's quite light. And I'm just rubbing it a little bit because I want to make sure that our white paint definitely spreads all the way underneath in all our areas. We do have a few spots where it hasn't, but they're completely accessible, which is okay because they're along the edge. That's to be expected. You'll get a few along the edge. Because we didn't go quite too close to the edge. Right, so let me just get a little bit of it along the tip here. Just need a little bit more. lift, stick, lift and stick. Just coming to add a little bit more along the edge there, because the edges is where our design is going to get a little bit tattered. So where it's going to feel it. So just coming in. And just so just coming over. Sorry, I just realized we were in the name tag area. And we're just folding that over with some white paint on it so then it sticks it down. And as you can see, it just adds to the level of grunge of a tag. Just gives that a bit more of a layer to it. Good evening, Raquel. I think it's an opportunity. Yes. Comes over on the tube. Oh, right. And there we go. So that's our base. I think it looks quite nice. And then what we need to do is we've got to set this to one side because we've got to get that white paint to dry just a little bit. Just a smidge. Put that one over there. So we did scrape off all the extra white paint off that palette knife, so it's all good to go back in its container. And let's grab out our piece of paper 1. What we want to do is I think I want to fill my pelican with it. Like I said, this tag's going to be very simple because I definitely want the rice paper to be kind of the hero of it. I also want enough room to write something on this tag. Sometimes I don't leave enough room to write who the gift is for. And I gotta like make a flippy thing on it, which, you know, is all good, but prior planning would prevent that. So this is me prior planning. Let's stick him down. There we go. Add up any extra glue. And then you want to go down his eye. So we're just gonna flip his eye over, stick him down there, and then look at that. I think that looks right. So it's hard to tell where the eyes get positioned on the picture cards, and I'm the one who draws them, and I find it hard. I'm like, should I go this way? Should I go that way? I feel like I need to write myself a manual. Anyway, let's get that Mum's fussy cut scissors. Because see, our pelican is nicely glued, nicely stuck. So yeah, this tag I'm specifically doing so then I've got room to write who the gift is for. Because, yeah, I've had a recent incident where I made this really cool tag. I was like, oh my gosh, it's perfect. It was when we were doing all those mixed media tags during the mixed media weeks. We were making like we were doing the first layer on tags, and then I was making them into like really fancy ones and experimenting on them and everything. And then I realized the other week when I used one that I had to add like a whole extra section to it to write who it was for, because I even decorated the back of it. So like, well, fancy that, eh? So yes. It's all good if you're going to give the gift, I guess, in direct person and they're going to remember it's from you. But yeah, no, this was a postage one. And sadly, it did not quite come through. Okay. That fits so far. If you're worried about glue getting on your fussy cut scissors, which is totally understandable, or glue just on your general scissors, you can heat till this just a little bit or leave it a couple of minutes, like, you know, gonna have a coffee or a biscuit break. There we go, look at that. So, pelican. It's nice and neatly right there, and I do think we're gonna ink the edge of him, I reckon. And then, what do you think? Do you reckon we need some flowers on him, or do we? I don't feel like in a fussy cutting mood. I've just done that. Okay, let's grab out the paper. I can write on top of paper. This is my theory. So, what if we came in with, not fluoro, green, or we could do some yellow, lemon yellow. Ooh, with maybe some orange or some pink. Let's do some orange. Where's the pink? I feel like it won't turn out enough. Yeah, let's do that. We might add some flicks of this colour because it's very similar to the one there. Okay. So let's just get a bit of each on the messy mat. I don't need too much. We're working on a very small surface. Okay, and then what we might do is we're going to choose, I reckon, the feathers. Yeah, let's do the feathers. I'm just going to grab our green. And sponge on
Mum's, can I have Mum's metal ruler
Some-
and a cup holder?
feathers. It doesn't have inches on it.
I don't think Mum wants inches on
I think she does want inches.
it.
Tell her that the one that on the desk doesn't have inches. With the feathers stencil. Oh, okay, Mum didn't want inches.
She didn't want inches.
Oh, okay, cool beans. It's number 24 out of our stencils. As you can see, just adds like another layer to it. It does match the leaves a lot, I think, which is quite nice. Now it looks like it's part of the rice paper, which is kind of what we want. I didn't expect it to be as light as it was when we added white paint to it. Like, no, it was going to be light, but I thought it would be a bit more green. So we're just adding a little bit more green. We've had a bit of white mixed in with that. That's okay. To be expected. Okay. There we go. And then, so we've got the green there. And now if we just come in, oh, hello, Diane B. Just come in with the orange. And this is just to give us a bit more of a hint behind our pelican. Mr. Cute Pelican. His eye is not in a shaker card. How does that look? I do like now. However, I do think it's missing fussy cuts, which is annoying. So let's cut some fussy cuts, shall we? I'm just cleaning up the messy mat, so we've rubbed on some orange paint there. I've got a pelican. So let's add our pelican, and we're going to put him on trippy strips. We've just got these are the wrong scissors to do that with. Right. Oops, yes. Just a little oops. We're all good though. Managed to fix it. Okay. Oh, hello, Diane G. And thank you, Sandy, for saying it looks great. just want to make sure his feet stay raised as well, because his feet are going to be really close to the edge, which is why I'm just paying particular attention to each one of them, so then they don't get damaged over time, because tags do get a little bit more just a little bit more use, so they do need a bit of glue, I reckon, just to fit them on. Make sure it's not too, yeah, make sure it doesn't fall apart. Go. So we've got the pelican on there, and then just get our pink paint, come in with our paintbrush again. Just do go. Right, I think that's enough pink, and then if we just come in with maybe, so just lift it up for you to see. Looks quite nice, but I do think we just need about 5 flowers. So we're just going to come in. Just going to fussy cut these out. These are from the Frangipani, one of the Frangipani sheets, fussy cut essentials that we released this weekend. So we're just coming in, we're cutting them out. There we go. Right, there we are. So then we just need I got one more left after this. Here we go. We are doing a little bit of editing on these. Okay. Okay. Now, just get glue. Just put a little bit of glue on this one here. And there, and then I'm gonna put this lovely flower up here, and then I think on there. Maybe another one coming out. And then just one more. Do you think it probably should go up here with the just a little bit on it? Do you think those flowers really gave us something to work with? And then where is the heat tool? It's not plugged in. Kill beans. Kill. Actually, we might do. It's okay. Just grab out our watercolors and a very thin paintbrush. A thin paintbrush, not a very thin one. Okay, and just add a bit more black to it. So we just got a bit of black in our paintbrush here. What we're going to come and do is we're going to come in and just put enough ink on it. So just adding a touch of black in a few areas with like little divot lines. Just along the edge. I think will just help us out just a little bit. Just coming in, and because our paint's still wet, the black watercolor does blend with our paints that we still have that we put on our tag. So when we do it at the feet here, it blends in with the orange and pink and makes a darker version of that color. So then we get some nice shadowing coming out from behind it. Okay. Okay. There we go. And then directly more. A bit like, oh, that's okay, Robin. I do like. I think he might be done. I'm pretty sure he's done. I'm just adding a little bit more. This one, so then it blends out just a bit more there. But I think he's done. So, a very simple tag. You can add a title if you want. I've got a bit of space that I can write here, which is nice once it's dry. So I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, so that is our tag for the staff for this evening. We will be back at 7 p.m. with our last class for the day, but not for the weekend. And in that class, Mum's going to be using some tropical stuff, obviously, to continue warming up your winter. I don't know exactly what we're doing. I know it will be fun, exciting, and I am scribing. So, and yeah, so thank you all for coming, and we shall see you within an hour and 10 minutes. Have a great evening. Bye.